And we're going to go down to ice level now with Chris Labasco with Coach Stofers. Chris, take it away.
Thanks, Eric. Down here with head coach and general manager Brad Stofers. Great first period from your guys. Second period, a couple of turnovers caused them to get one opportunity. Thoughts so far of the game?
First period was great. I think the biggest difference today was puck movement. You saw we were back to the old Cougars where we're very unselfish. All guys are sharing the puck. Even if it's only a 5-6 foot pass, you're moving it to him because he's open. And that really opens up defenses. When you're forcing them to move and react, we're able to put more pucks through them. They bounce back in the second, which you have to expect this time of year. Teams are going to, push back, and points aren't easy to come by. So they gave a little pushback. I think we tied that second period, so we need a little bit more. A couple times lackadaisical guys got caught behind us, and we just got to stay sharper.
A little couple bounces went your way, couple went their way too, was part of it as well. That's how one goal happened for you guys, one for them. When you're playing a team that is really, they're still playing for something, and obviously you guys are too. Where's the emphasis when you do have such a good first period to try and keep that energy?
Yeah, I mean, this time of year, I hope they just find it within themselves. There's a lot still on the line. Home ice advantage in the playoffs and league championship at this point. So you hope that they can, weather the storm and continue to push and fight. And shouldn't take too much from me. And the leadership in the room is good, but making sure all guys are on board. This next 20 minutes should be indicative. Hopefully, I would expect us to, as we weather the storm, to tie that period. I would expect another big period here out of us, hopefully.
I want to talk about two guys. They're not technically on the team, but they're obviously a really big part of the team for you guys. The twins who've been here for most of the games, helping you guys out. Can you talk about them, Coach?
Yeah, Nick and Vince, they do a great job. We're very fortunate to have them. They're a little worker bees, if you will, down and around the guys. They have good interaction with the team, always positive, always working hard. Just great role models, even for our guys being 10 years older than them, just to see how hard they work, setting up the benches, getting the extra sticks, making sure things are just nice and tidy around the equipment room and the cage. They always do what's asked of them. Can't speak highly enough of them. Great kids. Really, really fortunate to have them as part of our team.
Definitely saw them out here doing things. I think they might even be out there right now, probably helping out. Always here.
Always helping out.
Now, going into this third period, obviously you want to see more of what you saw in the first period. What are your thoughts on the lines? I want to ask you about Mike Sullivan in particular, because he's a guy that when you watch him on the ice, he's always giving it everything, it seems.
He's been a huge addition, and we started him at D. He's traditionally a forward, so Mike Watson's been sick of a little bit here this week, so we sat him, just continue to give him some rest, which opened up a spot up front and threw Sully up to where he's probably most comfortable at the forward position, and he brings it all. He's a kid that had the game taken away from him for an amount of time, and he just loves to be back on the ice and being with the guys again, which is awesome to see. Another guy with a ton of positive energy and leadership, but he's giving it his all because he knows this is his last chance and he knows what it's like without the game. The game was taken from him for a year and a half, 2 years, and I think he knows what it means now and how fortunate he is to get another chance.
All right, Coach, good luck in the third period, and thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Eric, back to you. All right, thanks, Eric, here with Michael Butera. And Mike, 2 goals so far in the game. Going pretty good for you guys. What's been the difference? It seems like a much better start for you guys as a team.
Yeah, the past couple weekends, we've been coming out a little flat, having to catch up a little bit. And, we've just been getting into it this week, had a good week of practice. And, we knew we had to come to play today and tomorrow. It's a big weekend in the standings. Want to try and finish first. So, just came out to play today. Everyone had a lot of high energy. It was a good game so far.
Yeah, definitely. Now talk about your line. You're paired up here with Sullivan and Van Dyke. How's it been working with those guys? These guys seem to be working and gelling real well so far.
Yeah, so far, we haven't played too much together. Sully, he just started playing forward like this week. But, we've been working well together. We're getting a lot of opportunities right now, 2 points plus 2. It's been good so far. I'm excited to see what the second and third have to bring, for us.
All right, Mike, thanks for all the talk, and good luck there in the second period.
Yep, thank you.
All right, back to you, Eric.
Thank you for
Head coach, general manager Brad Stofers, as we get ready for the Cougars versus the Dells Ducks. And Coach, good win yesterday, 3-2 win.
really big in the standings, especially because now losses-wise, you're even with the Ducks. And if you guys win tonight, you'll have one less loss than them, and you'll be tied in points. So an important game here tonight, just when you look at it from the standings perspective.
It's huge. We've been talking a couple weeks back now about this weekend, this upcoming weekend, and how the standings have played out. You know, it's really 3-4 teams there at the top, and anytime you get a chance to play one of those big dogs, you got to make it count. And 2 points tonight on the line. We're gonna have to bring our A game to get these guys again back-to-back nights.
It's not the last time you'll see the Dells Ducks, but still it's an important game, like we said, just with how everything's going for that. But also, the second half of the schedule is probably the tougher half. We talked about it earlier in the week on Monday about how the second half, there's a lot of those teams. You see the SCV Magicians for the first time. You don't see the Forest Lake Lakers anymore. You only had the one game against them, but still you see the Dells Ducks and a couple of the other teams at the top more than what you did in the first half.
Yeah, and I guess if you can draw it up that way, you want to get momentum coming into the playoffs, you know, when it matters most and in the important part of the season. So it's good. We got a good start, and first half is behind us now, which is crazy, but we've built a good foundation here, and we got to continue to get better, and as the opponents are going to get tougher, we need to continue to elevate our game, as I said, going into what will be playoff time, the end of February and into March.
Now, when you look at it for last night, you guys played a really good first period, and then the scoring kind of tapered off, but I don't think the chances did, just couldn't convert on some of the opportunity you guys had. What's the message going in here? Obviously, 3 goals and able to hold on to it is great, but you don't want it to all be at one time and not have those chances get converted later on.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the will to win. Team that has the higher will tonight, we talked about it last night as well, is going to win this game, in my opinion. 2 good teams, 2 points on the line, big game, league standings and playoff, repercussions on the line, and the team that wants it most is going to win. The works the hardest, wants to get to puck races, gets pucks to the net, leads with shots and possession time, is most likely going to win. So we got to do what we do best. Those are the things we practice and preach all year long. So if we can execute those things, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, and you guys did that for the most part last night. The third period maybe is where it got the weakest, which is normally not what we see from your guys. Usually the third period is when you guys are the strongest, but also you're playing against a team that can roll 4 lines with you guys as well.
Absolutely, yeah, they're deep. It's 2 heavy hitters. So we like to think that it's going to be a good matchup between both of us with all 4 of our lines, respectively, for both teams. And we're each playing a different goalie tonight, too. So that'll be interesting to see, how the goaltending matchup comes. But it's going to be a good one, no doubt, here tonight. And we're going to have to bring energy and intensity to win this game.
Yeah, and when you look at the goaling matchup, as you were saying, it's not like you guys haven't seen Jared before. You actually saw him in the last time you played them. He ended up winning those 2 games, but you guys were able to put some goals on him, quite a few.
He's a really good goaltender. He's got great numbers, and the numbers don't lie. He's done a great job this year. Actually just tied the record for, national shutouts.
Wow.
In the history of Tier 3 junior hockey, 6 shutouts in a season. So he tied that already halfway through the year. He's a good goalie. We need to get traffic to the net, continue to pepper him with shots, get a lot of chances, take away his eyes, screens and things like that, different reads, making him move. So our guys will be tested tonight, to put the puck in the net just because of his ability. We've talked about it. There's not much more to say. You just got to go do it. So.
And that was how you guys beat Arneson last night, was getting pucks to him, and then he was giving up the rebounds. I think the first 2 the first one was a rebound goal, and then the second one was a redirect. But it's like you said, it's not always the pretty goal that ends up doing it for you guys, and definitely those first 2, that's how it was done. And the rebound opportunities, as long as the guys are getting there, that's what counts.
Right. If the puck goes in the net, it counts. So we had one, I think, go off a helmet last night, and a couple that were real close, right on the doorstep, where a rebound and screen traffic, and there's just craziness in front, and if it goes in, it counts. So those are just as important as the pretty dipsy-do snipes. So we want to get guys to that net front, and that's how opportunities are going to be created.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck here in this game against the Ducks, and we look forward to talking to you later in the game.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
We'll take a timeout, and then we'll be back here with more on SportsTownChicago.com and FastHockey.com.
Take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Eric.
down here with head coach and general manager Brad Stofers. And Brad, second period there, thoughts after these first two? It seemed like at the end there the guys kind of lost the pace they had earlier on.
Yeah, just a little sloppy. We got a lead and we got a little comfortable, I think. Started to get in some bad habits. A few of the lines were still moving the puck really well and moving their feet, but some of our D think it's point night. Once we get up by a few goals and then they start pinching and we get beat back on a couple odd man rushes and things like that. So we got to tighten it up, Each game you got to play all 3 periods, so it's going to be good.
When you look at it too, your goalkeeper in Max Barr, he stopped some of those opportunities. This game could be a little bit closer if he wasn't playing as well as he has so far.
Yeah, he's playing well tonight. We haven't seen him in a few weeks, so it's good to get a look at him and see how he's progressing. He's still one of our newer guys, so getting a feel for how he plays and manages games. He's done a good job tonight. We've given him not a lot of support and given up a lot of odd man rushes. So he's done a good job keeping it steady and keeping us in it.
And to go along with that, Zatera, another guy who's back in after he had to be out because of injury. What are your thoughts of him playing in the lineup today? I almost said tonight. It's used to the night games. But today, so far, he's looked pretty good. He's got a goal, too.
Yeah, he scored a goal, which is good for his confidence, get him back rolling. Shift length's a big thing coming back from an injury after you've been out for 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of times you think you can just roll right into it, and you can't necessarily get right into it. He plays a very high-tempo, high-speed game also, which is taxing on the body after, if you take long shifts. So you got to shorten up the shifts, but he contributes both ends of the ice. He plays our style, which is an up-tempo game, offensive game. He scored a goal, so he's been rewarded for that stuff, which is good. It's great to have him back.
One other thing, power play, that's the one area where you guys haven't been too good so far. It seems like they're just looking for that perfect shot, not just trying to get it on goal sometimes, because they're actually, you got to give credit obviously to their kill too, because they've been pressuring you guys a little bit.
Yeah, they've pressured more than we thought they were going to, I think. So the first 1 or 2 we were a little bit back on our heels, and they were pressuring us more than we had anticipated, which is credit to them. We got to get a net front presence as well. And when the goalie can see shots, it's a lot easier to save than when he can, and there's traffic in front of him. I don't think we've done a good enough job, not just this game, but this season, we're having a net front presence. We want the pretty goal, the cute goal. Got to get pucks and people to the net front is how a lot of goals are scored. So
yeah, I heard you shouting as I was coming over here for the intermission interview. During that last one, you were shouting that front to the guys to have somebody there.
Yeah, it's key. I mean, pucks and people to the net. You'll always see on SportsCenter the pretty goals, but that's only 10 to 15% of the goals in hockey. The rest of them are right in that area that's tight, that you got to be willing to go to those areas and win battles in those areas. And when you do, you're rewarded. So,
all right, thanks, Brad. Back to you guys.
Who our own Chris Labasco is standing by with. Chris?
Thanks, Eric. Here with the captain, Mike Watson. Hey, 2 goals today. You guys had up and downs, but for the most part, you guys played pretty well against the Zilliana Blackbirds team.
Yeah, I think it was really good. Kind of a slow start, but I thought it showed a lot of character, whole team character, coming out and battling back.
Yeah, they managed to score first on you guys, but you guys didn't let that get you down. First period really kind of took it to them towards the end. Third period I thought was one of the better period for you guys. What was your thoughts, when you guys do get up as much as you do, how do you keep that intensity?
I think the one thing that's really big for us is just team consistency and being consistent for a whole 60 minutes. And I think that if we're going to take this thing deep, that's something that we need to improve on. Today was a big step, just coming in, and we've always been kind of a third period team, which not necessarily a good thing, but I think it's good that we're able to put up so many goals in the third period when we sometimes start slow.
And I think you guys are best too when not just one guy is scoring. 8 different guys scoring today. Almost said tonight. I keep thinking that it's a night game, but 8 different guys scoring. Obviously, you get 2. That's good. But how important is it to have everybody involved?
I think that's really good because especially when we get third and fourth line guys contributing and also some contribution on the back end, I think that's huge. Don't have to ride our top 6 guys as much, and kind of takes the pressure off us, which is nice. But I think that overall, if we can just get everyone scoring, keep improving our depth, I think that's going to be huge for us.
Yeah, 2 more games this week. One more time with Ileana down at their place, and then Sunday you guys are back at the Sears Center for a big game against the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. Is it important too, just to, 3 games in a row, let's get the Lions rolling so you can sit on the bench a little more?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very good. I think we can't look past this team tomorrow. I mean, we had some kind of scary moments today where it was like, oh, we got to pick it up, and I think we just have to take it one game at a time and worry about Sunday's game when it comes.
Well, congrats on your first star, and appreciate you talking to us, Mike. All right, that was your captain, Mike Watson. Back to you guys, Eric and Eric.
Eric and Eric, I like the sound of that. Boy,
Sounds good.
that captain sounded out of breath.